guys! So, have you guys ever heard the phrase, do not judge a book by its cover? And if you have heard this phrase, could you tell me what you think it means or what someone told you it means? Okay, well today we're going to be reading a book that's going to help us figure out what this means. And I want you guys to pay close attention to how the characters in this book act. Okay, so before we get started with this book, I have a few words I would like to go over with you guys. So our first vocab word is going to be barged. So when someone barges in, like somewhere very quickly, to barge means to move very quickly and kind of in like a rough way. So it's not all nice and polite, it's not gently. Barged is you do it kind of forcefully. So if someone just barges in somewhere, that means they just like threw the door open. They just walked in super forcefully. Our next vocab word we're going to go over is the word faint. So this one could be just a little bit tricky because there are two different definitions for the word faint. One of the definitions is like when someone faints, like they kind of pass out. You see that in movies, that's how they act. But in this book that we're going to be reading today, it means very quiet, like softly, almost like gently. And then the next word we want to remember is business. So there are a few different ways that people describe the word business. So sometimes it might be a company, or it might be somebody's job, like where they work and stuff. It can also mean somebody's actions, so the way someone or something acts. So let's keep those words in mind while we read this book. Okay, so before we start reading this book, I want you guys to just listen to the book the first time we read it. We're going to read it twice. The first time we read it, I just need you guys to turn on your listening ears. Can you guys do that for me? Alrighty, thank you. So now that everyone's got their listening ears tuned all the way up, the book is called Bad Monkey Business. It is written and illustrated by Michael Hale. So what does illustrated mean again? Yes, Michael Hale drew all the pictures in this book as well. So Bad Monkey Business. Okay, so taking a look at this title, what do you guys think this book is going to be about? Bad Monkey Business. I know when I look at the title, I think the words bad monkey business. Well, bad, that doesn't sound like it's going to be very good. And we talked about the word business being like somebody's actions. So bad monkey actions. So based off of this title, I would think that this monkey's going to get into some trouble throughout this book. Alrighty, so let's just dive right into it. Okay, so on a rainy day in her house on the hill, Miss J.C. McGoody had started to fill a cup with some tea after mopping the floor when she heard a faint knock come from her front door. So remember, the word faint in this instance is very quiet, very gentle. She heard a quiet knock. Just a moment. I almost forgot to show you guys the picture. So here it goes. It's all rainy. Okay. She opened the door, and to her surprise stood a very wet monkey of very small size. "Can I help you?" she asked, in a voice soft and sweet, as the monkey barged in without wiping his feet. Do you guys remember how we went over the word barged, and we talked about how it means to like roughly come in or forcefully come in? Why do you think the monkey would just come into Miss McGoody's house like that? Didn't even say hello. Alright, so here goes the monkey coming in. And came in, did not wipe his feet. He's got mud prints all on her nice clean floor. Okay, he dragged in a rope to which something was tied, and she got quite scared when it wandered inside. That rope he was pulling, there's a lion, you guys. She picked up a chair to keep the lion at bay when she noticed the monkey was running away. She cried, "Stop, you bad monkey! This just will not do! That's enough of this bad monkey business from you." There goes her trying to keep the lion away and then chasing the monkey up the stairs. All right. But he ran straight ahead, ignoring her words. Then he opened the window, and in came the birds. Man, she looks quite scared right there. The room filled with birds all squawking and flying, while Miss McGoody was running and trying to catch that small monkey, and trying quite hard. But he jumped through the window down to the backyard, where he unlatched and opened her old cellar door and went back in the house where he was just before. Oh my goodness, you guys. So she thought she got him out of the house right here because he went through the window, but he went back inside her house. Man. How would this make you guys feel if someone let all these animals loose inside your house after you just cleaned it? Or how would you feel if your parents had just told you to clean up your room and then all these animals came in and dirtied it right after you just cleaned it? Yeah, I know I would be pretty upset. And my parents would be upset with me. So she ran fast to catch him, quick down the stairs, past the beast in her parlor, asleep on the stairs, to the door of the basement near the clock on the wall. But just as she got there, something started to crawl. That's a spider, you guys. A spider. The door started shaking, then burst wide open, and out came the monkey, not trying to hide, but riding on top of a giant green snake. A constrictor so big you might think it was fake. Look, that door just burst right open, and there goes the monkey on top of that big snake. Poor Miss McGoody is trying to run away. The back kitchen door was broken in half as a rhino charged in with a slouching giraffe. On their heels came a zebra, a tiger, a bear, and somehow an elephant squeezed in there. Man, looks like she's got a whole zoo in there. Oh, and if we look closely, the monkey's smiling right there in the back. He looks quite proud of this. She cried, "Stop, you bad monkey! Can you hear what I say? That's enough of this bad monkey business today." But that monkey let in even more than before, when another faint knock came from the front door. I don't know, you guys. Would you open the front door after, if this is what happened the first time you opened it, would you open it a second time? I don't know if I would. "Please, please go away," she started to sob. But when it opened this time, it was Zookeeper Bob. He ran to the monkey, who jumped into his arms. "You did it! They're here! You saved them from harm!" All of this rain caused a flood at the zoo. The water was rising. Oh, what could we do? This quick-thinking monkey had a very good plan. He opened the gates, and out they all ran. So, Zookeeper Bob is saying that looks like the monkey was helping to save the animals. Because the water was rising at the zoo, and it looks like they would have drowned if the monkey hadn't let them out. He led them all here to safe higher ground. Down in the flooding, they all might have drowned. Yep. In her house on the hill, when the rain finally stopped, Miss J.C. McGoody went back in and mopped. Her floors and rooms cleaned up as nice as can be. So look, the sun is out again, and all the zoo animals are going back to the zoo with Zookeeper Bob. Here goes Miss J.C. McGoody, mopping and cleaning, and there goes the monkey helping her fix the door. And when it was done, she had a nice cup of tea. So here we go. Her and the monkey drinking tea together. They both look very happy. So that is the end of this book right here. What do you guys think about the monkey in this book now? I know in the beginning I thought it was very rude of the monkey to storm into her house uninvited and bring all those other animals. But it kind of seemed like he had a good reason for doing so. After reading the whole book, how do you guys feel about the monkey? Have your thoughts changed from the beginning? Alrighty, you guys. So now that we've gone through the story one time, we're going to go through it a second time. And this time, I want you guys to identify the emotions or possible feelings of the characters as we go along. So, this is just a little detail. If we were in the classroom, I would have a board here and I would write out each character's name. So, the zookeeper, Miss McGoody, and the monkey. I would make columns, and as we read through the book a second time, I would pause and ask the students what emotions they see going on right there for each character. And with the dry erase marker, as we go along through the book, I would just write them down on this big list so that all the students could see them at the end of it for our next activity. So I do not have a whiteboard here with me, but if we were in the class, that is what I would do. And then, so after that, after we've read through the book a second time, I would go ahead and start talking to the students. And I would say, alrighty, super detectives, let's take a look at the list of all the emotions. Elijah, you're in the video.